Welcome to Kickin' with the Rickens, redefining retirement. Gerry Ricken and Heidi Ricken Provost want to help you plan with purpose and retire with joy. Find more information, including how to reach the team, in today's show notes. Now, Kickin' with the Rickens, powered by Ricken Financial.
That would be retirement planner Heidi Ricken Provost alongside licensed insurance professional Gerry Ricken. Welcome out to Kickin' with the Rickens, redefining retirement. Thanks so much, as always, for streaming this podcast. My name is Mark Owens. Once again, so happy and proud to just be in reaching distance, touching distance.
Oh, yeah, this is
Purell
awesome.
distance.
Reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Sweet Heidi Ricken Provost. Dun, dun, dun.
I was about to say, be careful, guys. We don't want to pay royalties. Easy.
Just came after us. So thanks for joining us here this week. And it's a very special episode because we always talk about moments and experiences. And I think it's safe to say that Heidi, Gerry, you had a bit of an experience.
We had a moment.
We had a great experience last evening because we got to see the Cubs lose, St. Louis. We got to see the Cubs lose. We went to a Braves game, and the Braves beat the Cubs, so we're always happy when the Cubs lose, and we're happy for your Braves as well, Mark.
100%. It was awesome.
Yeah, as
incredible.
we're recording this, the Cubs are in town. The Cubs are playing the Braves for a 3-game set, and at the moment, they two best records in all of baseball. And was this your first? Because I came up to see a Cards game with you guys last summer.
Yeah.
And was this your first game at Truist Park?
At Truist Park, yes. Fulton County Stadium.
Right.
That was the last time I saw a Braves game.
Okay, so Dad was like, yeah, you've been to a Braves game before in 1992. So I was 3 years old in 1992. So I consider this my first Braves game. Thank
He's
you.
like, honey, you had a beer with Dad. Okay, do you not remember back in 1992 going to that game?
Truist is beautiful.
That's a gorgeous ballpark. Kudos to the
And I have to
ownership.
tell you, every single person that was working in our section loved their job. They didn't just like their job, they loved their job. And it made the game so much fun.
Yeah, I think, and we've talked about this before, that the Braves fans and the Cardinals fan, they're very similar. Now, I've got more banners hanging up in the rafters. That's no arguments there.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of success with both of these teams. And even your broadcaster, Chip Carey, is part of the Carey family, and he was with the Braves forever, too. So
That's exactly
Hey,
right.
thank you for introducing him to us when you were in town last year, because that was awesome. But for those of you who don't know, Mark also has a bit of a job at the Atlanta Braves, and we got to see him in his element last night, which may have been my highlight, actually, of the evening. I think it was awesome.
The biggest highlight I had for the whole evening is they had a giveaway last night, and they had these, basically, they were Hawaiian shirts with Braves logo on it. And I got one. I thought I was very excited, so I started wearing it. And then I thought, oh my gosh, this would be beautiful if I got this autographed. So I got an
By
autograph.
the one and only.
Mark Owens. So...
All right, let me paint the picture of how this all went down last night, okay? So, full transparency, I work for the Atlanta Braves. I'm their in-game host. So it's my big head, these big old fake teeth that you see on the big screen in between innings, hosting the tool race. And then that was the first time you've seen the tool race live.
That was awesome. That was really funny.
Yeah, everyone has their own version, like the President's Race and the Sausage Race. Ours is the Home Depot Tool Race, where the Home Depot tools run around the warning track and and out a little behind the scenes. So I'm calling that race. And inside of the costumes are game day staff members. And they're the guys that, like, sometimes they sub in for mascots. They'll help out in the fan zones. But their only job, there's 8 to 10 of them, they rotate that position. And their only job, and they have this kind of set up as their mission statement, entertain the fans at all cost.
Okay.
And they beat the fool out of each other.
Oh, yeah, you
that
can tell
was very
they did.
entertaining
Oh, my
because
good Lord,
there were a lot of spills, intentional spills by hammer checking people, and paint bucket checking people.
Here's what I want to know: who on earth is the Flash? Because my Lord, that was amazing.
Yes, sir. That would be the Freeze. So beat the Freeze.
Oh, the Freeze. Yeah, my bad.
Hands down. So this came about probably 7 or 8 years ago, and it's a sponsored feature. Racetrack, Beat the Freeze, racetrack gas stations. And the Freeze is like their Slurpee. So that's how all came together. So it's all advertising, brilliant advertising, marketing 101. And the original Freeze was a track star who actually trained with Usain Bolt.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And it went viral. And all you got to do is just put a YouTube on it. Braves the freeze, and you'll see some of these great videos. And this guy is a track star. We give the fan, so you start at the left field foul pole on the warning track, and the fan gets, I don't know, about 25, 30-yard head start, and then they release the freeze. And he chases them down, and he beats them probably 90% of the time.
I was going to say, has anyone ever, if someone's beating that, they have to be on like the Georgia Bulldogs track team or something.
Well, ironically, this is a new freeze this year, and he is a former track star as well.
I mean, you can tell.
I believe that.
That was really cool to watch too. I'm like,
yeah,
that guy is fast.
That is the number one question I get as an employee of the Atlanta Braves. It's not, can I get free tickets? It's not, where do I park? It's not, can I get a free Hawaiian shirt, whatever the gate giveaway is.
Exactly.
It is, can I race the freeze? And everybody thinks they can beat him.
How do you get that opportunity?
And I tell everybody when they say, can I race the freeze? I say no. Because 9 times out of 10, you cannot beat the freeze. So they look for the contestant out in the plaza, the green space where y'all got to hang out a little bit beforehand, out in the battery. So the battery's like, y'all have that. Y'all have that.
Ballpark Village.
Ballpark Village,
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a live as well. I will give you credit. Oh, this pains me to say. Y'all's live at Ballpark Village, ours is live at the battery, is a little bit better than ours.
See?
Wow. We did win on something.
Congratulations, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Y'all's is a little bit more spacious. Our footprint is so small, but it is a beautiful. So the same venue, the same bars.
Same vibe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So they look for the fans out there. They look for somebody who is, looks like they can make it challenging.
Okay.
Wouldn't pick me. You have to be in Braves gear, and you have to have tennis shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is finding people in tennis shoes, because I get yelled at a lot because I'm the closest, to the front office that a lot of fans can get. And I'll have fans come up and finger wag me, and they'll say, how come there's no females? I've never seen a female race the freeze.
Have you seen a female with not cute shoes on?
Exactly.
You can have cute sneakers on, but they're probably not the
but
ones
they're not
that you
running
can run in.
sneakers.
Yeah,
Exactly. I mean, it's like they're platform sneakers.
And that's one of the problems is you have to find a female who, A, looks like it could be competitive, B, in Braves gear, C, in sneakers, but more than anything, they have to say yes.
Okay.
Can I plant a female there? Because I think I want to see Katie try to beat the freeze.
Katie.
Merriman.
Oh, Katie here?
Yeah,
Katie?
we should 100% do that to her.
Oh, my. No, if she got beat, then she would be like, well, because you're a man. That's why. Because a man's going to be the woman in front of 40,000 people. Is that what it's going to be? That would be awesome.
Yeah, we need to do that. That would be fun.
So let me get back to the beginning of the game. So pregame, we do a little pregame show. It's called On Deck. We just get you ready for, here's the lineups, here's the pitching matchups. The night that y'all came was a very special night because
it was incredible.
The great Bobby Cox had just passed away, as did Ted Turner.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a huge night.
So we were doing a moment of silence for both of them. So I'm out on the field, kind of getting the fans prepped, ready to go. Here's what you can look forward to here tonight. So I even put Gerry on behind me in one of my shots.
Yes, you did.
I made the big screen.
Turn around, let everybody see your Hawaiian shirt. So then I'm standing there, and this guy comes running over to me. He's got glasses on. He's got a Hawaiian shirt on, got a little bit of gray hair, and he throws his Hawaiian shirt at me, and he goes, Mark, 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 in front of God and everybody. Sign this, please. I want your autograph. Can I please have your autograph? And I'm like, Gerry Ricken, you son of a gun.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Well, he learned from the best because there were hordes of children there with their balls asking you to sign the baseball too. So, you are a celebrity.
You are a
sir.
celebrity, Mark.
No, that was so embarrassing. I tell kids, because oh God, my ego is out of control. That happens because, again, the kids see me out there. They think I'm a player. I'm like, in what parallel universe would I be a baseball player? But they see me on TV and they think he must be. And I'm like, I said the same thing to every single kid. As soon as this pin goes to ball, the ball is devalued. Okay. We talk a lot about value here on Kicking with the Rickens.
Yes.
We do. And there is no value in this ball anymore. So, of course, you had to witness that. And I'm just shaking my head going, I'm never going to hear the end of this.
Oh, I loved it.
So as soon as I saw that, I'm like,
it.
okay, I have to get my jersey signed, my Hawaiian shirt signed.
And Heidi,
so when you come to our office and you see a Braves Hawaiian shirt
you'll know what
hanging
it's about.
on the wall, now you know why.
But I hope you had a good time. I hope you got to experience.
Oh, it was so much fun. And I have to say,
I'm so impressed with that park. And I'll tell you, the fan experience was
Gorgeous.
great. The fans were truly into that game last night. Mm-hmm. And the best part of it all is the Cubs lost.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got to see quite a few home runs and everything, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fun.
There are a fair amount of Cubs fans there, too.
Oh, yeah. And you've seen
They
it,
travel
too.
very well. We see it at
lots
home.
of strikeouts. That was awesome.
Did you notice when it was early in the game, third or fourth inning, Cubs hit a home run to tie it up?
Yep.
And Cubs fans, about 30% in the
Oh, yeah, there
crowd.
were a
lot.
significant amount.
And then when the Braves kind of laid it on in the 5th inning,
Oh, the Braves fans went crazy.
Oh, it was
was
electric.
incredible.
It was
It was.
awesome.
yeah, I called it the battle of WGN versus TBS.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it was a great game. I hope you had a really good time. I hope the Braves fans, I hope everybody treated you well, because as an employee, it's the same way of like what you do. When I came to your house at a Cardinals game,
Right.
I had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And ironically, it was Cards and Braves. I had my Braves gear on. There was some gentle ribbing, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
right.
It wasn't like when we were in, was that Cleveland growing up or Cincinnati?
Oh, that was Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati
Oof, that was
growing up,
tough.
and they were cussing us out and stuff, and we were little, and my parents walked us out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That happened
you know.
in Philly, too, by the way, George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% true. Philly, they often say, like, who are the worst fans in all of baseball? And I
Yeah.
will say, hands down, for me, and this is Mark Owen's opinion, Dodgers fans are the worst. Because we've seen them. They come to town.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
seen them in the playoffs before. I mean, they'll stab you in the neck.
Yeah.
Phillies fans spit when they talk, and they'll fight your grandma.
Yes.
Yeah. Mets fans just get drunk and drool on themselves.
Yes.
And then Red Sox fans try to out-Sox each other. Like, the Red Sox are coming to town next weekend, and they'll sit in the stands and say, I'm a bigger Sox fan. No, I'm a bigger Sox fan. Tom Brady, let's go. And they'll try to fight each other.
That sounds like my husband, because he is a Red Sox fan, and every time he goes to any baseball stadium, he's in a Red Sox shirt, whether they're playing or not. I'm like, they're not even playing. And he's like, this is my team.
That's my team. I'm a Sox fan.
I am a Sox fan.
I'm a Sox fan.
Okay, I wore a Cardinals fan shirt last night,
That's
too.
fine.
So,
But you were.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't wear it to then, like, boast about it when you saw people.
No, but I just, flashed it to a few Cubs fans.
But he did wear the Braves Hawaiian T-shirt giveaway.
100%
Yes, I
he
did.
did.
I'm sorry, that's rude. The autographed.
Yes,
yes, the priceless.
The
priceless.
limited
One and only.
edition, priceless autographed
There is only one
giveaway
of those.
shirt. The only one that exists in the world.
That's right.
So I'm going to throw a cliche at you as here on Kicking with the Rickens and how we can spin this into what you do for the community. And we've said it before, and it does sound like a cliche, but there is some reality behind it. You help us, and I say us, adults, you help us get the singles and doubles in retirement planning, because it's not all about home runs. It's not about grand slams. That would be great. But I mean, what do they say? A baseball player, if he can get one hit out of every 10 at bats, that's a Hall of Fame career. So for you, Heidi, it's all about helping us get the singles and doubles.
Well, that's just it, because if we're likening this to retirement planning, a grand slam would be timing the market just right, and you bought NVIDIA before they became a thing, or something wild like that. Like you called what all of the Mag 7 were, and you entered before they went up. If everyone could time the market, we would not be sitting in this room right now talking. We wouldn't have a job.
We'd be on an island
Exactly.
that we would own.
And and you can't time the market. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, we can use the stock market to our advantage. We can use a lot of different things to our advantage, a lot of different investment vehicles. But, the slow and steady wins the race, and we're going to stay our course, work our plan, and occasionally we're going to get a big win. That's what works in retirement. And you can't strike out if you have something like an indexed annuity in your portfolio that has downside. You don't get the losses of the market when it goes down, and you get a portion of the upside. There's all sorts of stuff available to you, but we're not here trying to hit some grand slam every single day. We want to ensure that you have the right plan to weather the storm.
Yeah.
And it's all about diversity. You can hit a single, you hit a lot of singles, you hit some doubles, you maybe hit a triple. And I think the most fascinating playing baseball is an inside the park home run.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very rare that you hit for the cycle. How many players have hit for the cycle in their career? Not very many. So hitting for the cycle means you hit a single, a double, a triple, and a home run in the same game. Well, that's very rare in retirement planning too, because you're not going to hit for the cycle every time you put together a retirement plan. But you will hit enough singles and doubles to keep you in the game and to make sure that you're protected. And occasionally you may hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
You may hit a triple. You may hit a home run. You may drive in 3 runs and end up standing up on third. But every day the market does fluctuate. And you're going to have some walks. You're going to have some strikeouts. But we want to make sure that you have enough of a batting average that every time you go to the plate, you have an opportunity to win.
And it really boils down to this. You have to have a plan.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
You can't just wish for it. You have to have the plan and you have to work the plan. And if you're going to do this solo, good luck. But if I'm going to go play Major League Baseball, I'm not going to DIY coach myself to get there. I'm going to use a professional, probably multiple professionals to get there. But, when it comes to retirement planning, you need professional assistance to put together your plan so that you have an income plan for all of your income needs and that your needs are covered and your wants are covered in retirement. And you have a purpose plan for what you're going to do with your time. You have an investment plan that matches your market risk tolerance, because there's nothing worse than a grand slam occurring and then striking out right away and losing 40% of your portfolio when that does not match your risk tolerance. And then you have to have a long-term health care plan, because 7 out of 10 of us are going to need some form of long-term health care in our day. And a health insurance plan too, because, when you're on Medicare, you need a supplement or advantage plan to help you there too. And an estate and legacy plan. But most importantly, when you're in retirement, you need a tax plan that can take care of that too. So you need some form of tax strategy so that you can forecast your taxation in retirement and ensure that each of those works for you.
And what does that really look like? A lot of people don't really understand what tax strategies and tax planning is all about, because their advisors don't talk about that. They can't talk about that. We talk about that every day because we have a background in taxation, and we know how to use the Internal Revenue Code to your favor, because the Internal Revenue Code is actually written as a favorable document. A lot of people don't understand that. They're afraid of the IRS. They shouldn't be afraid of the tax code, because the tax code has certain nuances in it that you can take advantage of to lower your income taxes. So if your financial advisor is not talking about that, you're missing probably the biggest part of retirement planning, in my mind, is taxation, because taxes will be the biggest expense in your lifetime.
There are opportunities with tax mitigation, and it's like, as we're talking baseball, I hate the Dodgers. I am not a Dodgers fan by any means.
Right.
People love to hate on the Dodgers because they have a $1 billion payroll. But you know what? They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't break any rules.
Yeah, no. They just had money.
They found opportunities.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like that with taxes. There are opportunities out there to pay less in retirement on your tax strategy. Pay
You
less
just
in
have
taxes.
to know where to look.
Yeah.
And if you
And
hate the
who to look
IRS,
to.
you're not alone, by the way, because a lot of people are like, oh, my Lord, I have spent so much money cutting checks to them during my working years. What do you mean when I retire, I have to keep paying the IRS?
Yeah.
It's a common misconception we come across. And a lot of people think that a lot of different forms of their retirement are either going to cost less in tax or nothing in tax. And that is just simply not true. So you need to plan for it, because there is nothing worse than an April 15th surprise you owe the IRS if you're not prepared for it, you know?
That's so true, because we have people, new clients who come in, and they didn't really have a plan, a tax plan. And they come in, they say, okay, well, and we look at their tax return, we prepare their tax return and say, oh my, what did you do last year?
Yep.
And they're shocked, they're surprised, they're startled at the numbers.
And good, better, or indifferent, when we find that someone who is not a tax strategist is doing tax strategy, they more often than not, in fact, I don't think I have ever come across someone who does the correct withdrawal order to actually be tax efficient for the future. More often than not, we want to do the opposite of what you should be doing in order to save in taxes in the future.
One more baseball analogy, or cliche, if you will, for this week's Kicking with the Rickens, redefining retirement. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting off the bench. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting the bat in the hand and heading to the batting cages. What do you tell those adults who have the desire? They need a plan. They need a strategy, but they're just slow to make the phone call, to reach out online.
If you sit on the bench long enough, you're going to get a splinter in a place you don't want it. So that's one.
There it is.
That is one true advantage of getting off the bench, is because you just don't know what you don't know, and you're not going to be able to even hit a single unless you go to the plate.
Yeah.
Your ability to perform whether you get off the bench in the top of the first or the bottom of the ninth, your ability to perform is not going to change. So if you're sitting here and you're too afraid to put the plan together because you don't know if you saved enough, you don't know if you have the right whatever, that ability, that dollar amount of, I don't know if I saved enough, that dollar amount's not going to change. Your problem's just going to compound and get worse over time. So take the leap of faith and go put a plan in place, because the numbers are what the numbers are. And if you don't start the plan today, you can't actually work the plan and make it work for you. And we have come across people that waited too long. And it's to the point in time that had they put a plan in place 10 years ago, they could have been okay, but there's really nothing we can do. And there's nothing worse than having to share that information with people too, because there is a timeline in the end and you have to start to do the plan. But also, if you're afraid, you're not alone.
Yeah, so starting before spring training is the best way to do retirement planning.
We're just tripping over each other with baseball analogies right here.
I
was going to say, you know what? Y'all are both first ballot Hall of Famers in my book.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my
how
Lord.
about that? How about that? Even though I didn't sign a jersey.
I'm going to have to get my, this weekend when I play softball, adult softball, I'm going to have to get a picture up at the plate and I'm going to sign it and send it to you as a Hall of Famer.
Please do.
I've made contact with a ball twice so far since fourth grade.
That's 2 times more than other people that have never played. So
I know, right?
You're doing better than other people. Hey, we invite you to reach out to the team at Ricken Financial. Find all that information here in the show notes, the phone number. You can find the website, so much more, again, in the show notes. Before we hit pause, so good to see you both.
Hey, it's great to see you.
It's great to be here.
Listen, you are welcome down here anytime. And you're kind of like by proxy Braves fans. So once you get below the Tennessee line, then you're Tennessee's Braves country. So once you get below the Mason-Dixon line.
Tennessee's also Cardinals country.
Is it really?
Yeah,
because of the mighty KMOX and their reach. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, once you get to Truist Park in the Battery, then you can be Braves fans.
Okay, perfect. That works.
Okay, that works for us.
That works.
As long as you're not playing the Cardinals.
Hey, with that being said, as always, thank you for the information and the education this week. We're back next week. But before we get out of here, Heidi, Ricken, Provost, Gerry, Ricken, take us home.
Every day's a holiday.
Life is short. Laugh hard.
This has been Kickin' with the Rickens, redefining retirement.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Ricken Financial LLC. Ricken Financial LLC is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Ricken Financial LLC are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual situation. Ricken Financial LLC is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during the show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Ricken Financial LLC.
Please remember that converting an employer plan account to a Roth IRA is a taxable event. Increased taxable income from the Roth IRA conversion may have several consequences. Be sure to consult with a qualified tax advisor before making any decisions regarding your IRA.
Tax preparation and tax advisory services are offered through Ricken Financial. These services are not offered by IPW and are not subject to investment advisor requirements. These services referenced are an outside business activity not offered through or supervised by IPW.